Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about the Cockroft Gault equation and the weight consideration in CG equation. Let's take a look at the equation, Cockroft Gault equation, which you're already aware of it. So it's 140 minus age times weight in kilograms, okay, divided by 72 times serum creatinine. If this is a male patient, this is the equation which we are going to use. But if it's a female patient, then we are going to multiply this by a factor of 0.85. Okay, so in this weight, okay, what is the right weight we're going to use? Is it a actual body weight? Okay, actual body weight, or is it an ideal body weight, or are we going to use the adjusted body weight? Okay, so which body weight we are going to use? That's a question which we have. Okay, let's take an example here. Let's presume we have a female patient. Okay, female patient who is 5 feet. The height of the patient is 5 feet and the weight of the patient is 120 lbs. Okay, we need to convert this into kilograms. For this particular patient, what is the right weight that we're going to use? So before we solve this puzzle, if the actual body weight is less than the ideal body weight, then we are going to use the actual body weight. And if the actual body weight, if it is greater than the ideal body weight, okay, and it is not greater than, but it is not greater than 30% of the ideal body weight, then we are going to consider only the ideal body weight. Okay, we're going to plug in these values momentarily and solve it. Okay, and if the actual body weight, if it is greater than the ideal body weight, and if it is 30%, if it is greater than 30%, then we are going to use adjusted body weight. Okay, I'm going to say this again, I'm going to discuss this again. If the actual body weight is less than the ideal body weight, then obviously we'll be going with actual body weight. But if the actual body weight is greater than ideal body weight, and if it is not greater than 30% of the ideal body weight, then we're going to use the ideal body weight. But in a scenario, if the actual body weight is greater than ideal body weight, and if it is greater than 30%, then we are going to use adjusted body weight. We have a different formula for that adjusted body weight. Let's take a look at that. The adjusted body weight formula is this. It's ideal body weight plus 0.4 times the actual body weight minus the ideal body weight. So this is the formula for the adjusted body weight. So what's the formula for the ideal body weight, by the way? What is the formula for ideal body weight? Okay, the ideal body weight formula for a male patient is 50 plus 2.3 times height of the patient above 5 feet. Okay, if the patient height is 5.5 feet, then we are going to consider only this 5. Okay, let's say the height of the patient is 5 feet 5 inch, then height of, here in this particular formula we replace height of the patient above 5 feet is with 5 inches. Okay, just 5 inches. Okay, but if the patient is female, the ideal body weight is 45.5 plus 2.3 times the patient height above 5 feet. Same formula, patient height in inches we have to write. Okay, so in our scenario, let's take a look at this. The height of a patient is 5 feet exactly, and the weight is 120 lbs. Okay, so 45.5, and since the patient is female, we're going to use this 40 plus 2.3 times height in inches, that is 0 above 5 feet, right? Her height is exactly 5 feet. Here is 0. We don't need calculators, so 2.3 times 0 is 0, and the ideal body weight of our patient is 45.5. Okay, let's take a look at that now. What is the right weight that we're going to use here? Because the ideal body weight is 45.5, the actual body weight is 120 lbs. No way to convert this 120 lbs into kilograms, by the way. So if you use global RPH, any website online, you can convert it. So the conversion is 120 lbs. If you convert into kilograms, it is 54.4 kilograms. Okay, so in this scenario, the absolute body weight, it's greater than the ideal body weight, right? So the absolute body weight is greater than the ideal body weight, but it is the ideal body, it is not greater than 30% of the ideal body weight, by the way. So that's the reason we are going to use the ideal body weight in this particular scenario. So the actual body weight is 54.4 and the ideal body weight is 45.5, but the actual body weight is not greater than 30% of the ideal body weight. So we are going to use the ideal body weight in this particular formula, right? What if we have to calculate the adjusted body weight? Okay, let's take a look at that. We have the ideal body weight of a patient, that is 45.5 plus 0.4 times the actual body weight, which we have is 54.5 kilograms, everything in kilograms, by the way, and the ideal body weight, which you're aware, it's 45.5. If you solve this, the adjusted body weight of this particular patient is 49.11. Okay, all right, that is it.